Disgusting. It's disgusting. It makes me sick.
She said a lot of things that actually hurt my feelings as a mom.
Jackie Christie has always been known for her fierce personality, unpredictable actions, and ability to command attention wherever she goes. She made a name for herself as the star of reality television, particularly on Basketball Wives, where she seemed to thrive on drama and confrontation. To the outside world, she appeared strong, fearless, and completely in control. But behind all the lights, cameras, and carefully crafted moments was a much different story, one that was hidden for many years.
You're not on my level.
I'm a crack addict because I'm small and you try to get lipo 80 times to look like me. Okay, big ears.
You're right, but you better keep your ass in that seat tramp. That's what you better do. You're right, Dumbo ears. Yeah, I got a lot of husbands about these ears, bitch. Get a husband. That 48-year-old been working, bitch. You
Let
right.
him retire.
That hidden story belonged to Jackie's daughter, Chantel. Unlike her mother, Chantel avoided the cameras, choosing to live a quiet and private life away from the glitz and chaos of reality TV. While Jackie soaked up the spotlight, Chantel watched everything unfold from the sidelines. Staying silent, even when things got painful, she rarely made headlines, never sought attention, and for a long time kept her experiences locked inside. But that silence is over now. Chantel has finally decided to speak up, and what she's revealing is shaking the very foundation of Jackie's carefully managed public image. The truth she's bringing to light is forcing people to see a different side of Jackie Christie, one that isn't filtered through TV producers or glamorized by social media. The setting for this explosive revelation wasn't a TV reunion show or a red carpet event. It was a cold, serious courtroom. There were no spotlights, no producers whispering lines, and no dramatic music playing in the background. The only sounds were the shuffle of papers, the rustling of expensive suits, and the heavy weight of serious consequences hanging in the air. Jackie entered the courtroom with the same confidence she always displayed on television. She wore designer clothes, held her head high, and walked in like she owned the place. Years of being in front of cameras had given her a certain armor. She looked unshaken, as if nothing could touch her. But Jackie had no idea that the real storm was only just beginning.
I knew that Jackie and her daughter's relationship was strained. I didn't know to the extent or the degree.
Like the damage that she did to me and my sister's relationship, she won't even take accountability for. At this point, it's just like a fake, I have to keep talking to you so you won't go talk about me on Twitter and talk about me on Facebook and
So you
tell
think
your side of the
genuinely
story.
she doesn't care?
Why else would you speak about your daughter like this?
Across the room sat Chantel, composed and calm, almost blending into the background. To anyone unfamiliar with the situation, she might have appeared to be just another family member sitting quietly in support. But behind her, still-face, was a woman determined to break free from years of silence. She wasn't there to support Jackie, she was there to confront her. Chantel came prepared. She brought more than words. She had gathered years of evidence, things she had recorded, saved, and kept hidden until the time was right. And now, the time had come. For years, rumors had swirled around Jackie Christie's personal life. Fans had noticed the distant and often awkward interactions between Jackie and Chantel. During the rare moments, Chantel did appear on screen, but no one expected those whispers to turn into a legal battle. The courtroom went completely quiet when Chantel's lawyers stood up to present the evidence. The judge gave the signal, and the audio files started to play. Suddenly, the room was filled with Jackie's voice, not the polished, fast-talking Jackie from TV, but a much rawer, harsher tone. In the first clip, Jackie could be heard yelling at Chantel, not over a reality TV argument, but in a deeply personal and cutting way. She called her daughter ungrateful, insulted her, and questioned her value as a person. Gasps rippled through the courtroom as the words echoed off the cold walls. But that was only the beginning. Another clip played. Jackie's voice again, but this time more controlled, more calculating. She wasn't screaming. She was delivering subtle threats disguised as motherly concern. She told Chantel things like, "If you don't do what I say, I'll cut you off," and "Nobody's going to care about you without my name." These weren't just angry outbursts. They were examples of emotional manipulation, the kind that doesn't leave visible bruises, but scars deeply.
I think Chantel felt like she was in a room with padded walls and needed to release because nobody was hearing her.
The final clip was the most disturbing of all. Jackie could allegedly be heard plotting how to manipulate the media, discussing how to paint herself as the victim and spin stories in her favor, all while keeping Chantel in check. The courtroom was stunned. Even Jackie's own legal team seemed shaken. Jackie herself sat in silence, unable to defend herself in that moment. To understand how Chantel reached this point, you have to look back at her childhood. While Jackie was building her reality TV empire, Chantel was often in the background, expected to smile and play the part of the supportive daughter. On TV, she always appeared polite and reserved. But behind the scenes, she lived a much different life. Chantel's entire world was controlled by the image Jackie wanted to present to the world. Her clothes, her words, even her emotions had to fit the storyline Jackie had created. For a long time, Chantel went along with it not because she believed in it, but because she felt she didn't have a choice. She was trapped in a kind of emotional prison where protecting the family image was more important than her own feelings. But as she grew older, Chantel started to see things differently. She began quietly documenting her experiences, recording conversations, writing down things she was told, and saving them for herself. It started as a way to protect her own sanity, to remind herself that what she was experiencing was real. But over time, it became something more. It became her weapon of truth. Chantel didn't set out to get revenge. At least, not at first. She simply wanted to reclaim her story and stop being silenced by fear and family loyalty. And now, after years of holding back, she was finally ready to let the world hear her side.
So you know eventually your mom will find out that you and I have talked.
Yeah, and all hell is gonna break loose.
Are you ready?
How much worse can it get?
So
Christie, Jackie's husband and former NBA player known for his loyalty both on and off the court, had always been seen as the quiet partner standing by Jackie's side. But according to whispers from the courtroom and people close to the situation, Doe might have played a bigger role than fans ever realized. Some insiders claim that Doe actually encouraged Chantel to speak out not publicly, but privately, telling her that the truth needed to be known, even if it was ugly. If these claims are true, it changes everything. It would mean Doe wasn't blind to Jackie's behavior. He saw it, lived with it, and maybe even suffered from it himself. But the story gets even messier. Other sources suggest Doe might have helped cover up more than just family arguments. There are whispers of financial mismanagement, with hints that parts of Jackie's empire were being supported by money, moved through questionable means, and Doe's name might have been linked to these transactions. It's still all speculation at this point, but what's clear is that Doe's role in this story is no longer that of the quiet husband in the background. When the courtroom audio clips leaked online, everything changed. Within hours, parts of the recordings went viral. Chantel, who had never been a major presence on social media, suddenly found herself in the middle of a digital storm. But this time, it wasn't Jackie controlling the narrative, it was the public. People rushed to support Chantel, praising her bravery for standing up to someone as powerful as her mother. Comments flooded in, calling her a hero, applauding her for finally speaking her truth. Influencers, podcast hosts, and even former basketball wives, cast members joined the conversation. Some defended Jackie, saying they had only ever seen her as a loving mother. Others weren't surprised at all, claiming they had suspected for years that Jackie wasn't showing the full truth. The divide in opinions was sharp, but one thing was clear: the tides were turning. Jackie, once the queen of reality TV, was now caught in a scandal she couldn't control. The carefully built image she spent years creating was crumbling. More of the recordings surfaced online, and people started connecting the dots that had been ignored for years. In one clip, Jackie allegedly told Chantel she wouldn't get another penny if she didn't obey. Another recording hinted at secret business deals, with Jackie allegedly bragging that she could move money without leaving a trace. Suddenly, it wasn't just emotional abuse on trial, it was possible financial fraud. Rumors spread quickly about the Christie family's businesses, beauty brands, speaking engagements, book deals. Some of these ventures now appeared to have irregularities in their financial reports. Even Doe's old basketball income was reportedly under new scrutiny. People started asking, were Jackie and Doe using their reality TV fame to build a house of cards? Court documents pointed to mysterious transfers, missing money from companies tied to Jackie's name, and even unpaid taxes. Chantel's evidence may have opened a door to much more than just family drama. It could potentially bring in the IRS or lead to more serious legal trouble. And while nothing has been proven yet, the damage to their brand is already done. Sponsors are pulling out. Speaking engagements are being canceled. The once powerful reality couple is watching their empire collapse. Jackie's future is uncertain. The stakes have never been higher. She's not only fighting to defend herself in court, she's battling to save her legacy. The public image she worked so hard to create has been ripped apart, and with Chantel leading the charge, Jackie is losing her grip on the story. Can Jackie bounce back from this? Her lawyers are doing everything they can to soften the blow, but the emotional weight of those recordings may be too heavy to overcome. The court of public opinion can be even harsher than an actual courtroom, and Jackie might not have enough goodwill left to recover. Meanwhile, Chantel is stepping into the light for the first time in her life. Fans are backing her. She's gaining momentum. She may not have planned to become a reality star, but she now has a platform all her own. Whether she continues to speak publicly or takes a different path is unknown. But one thing is certain, she's no longer living in the shadows. As for Christie, his position is still unclear. Will he stand by Jackie, or will he distance himself to protect his own name and future? Some speculate he might even turn against Jackie to save himself from the fallout. If he cuts ties now, he might have a chance to rebuild his reputation. But if he remains loyal, he risks going down with her. From basketball, wives royalty to courtroom controversy, Jackie Christie's story is being rewritten not by a producer or network, but by her own daughter. Jackie's unstoppable rise to fame has hit a wall, and the dynasty she built may be falling apart from within. The drama within the Christie family is spiraling fast, and it's hard to say if Jackie can ever recover from the damage. What do you think? Is Chantel a brave daughter finally breaking free? Or is there more to the story? Is this really the end of Jackie's reign? Drop your thoughts in the comment, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more upcoming updates.